The 2019 BMW X7 is the Bavarian automaker's first entry into the popular full-size luxury SUV segment. BMW was tired of sitting on the sidelines while the Mercedes-Benz GLS and Land Rover Range Rover raked in sales, so it finally pulled the trigger on an SUV a size above the X5. Built in Spartanburg, South Carolina, the X7 is available in two flavors, distinguished by what's under the hood. The base xDrive 40i has a 3.0-liter twin-turbocharged inline-six engine and starts at $74,895, while the xDrive 50i has a 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8, and starts at $93,595. Both prices include a mandatory $995 destination charge. We tested both versions during a drive across Texas. Like most current BMWs, the i3 and i8 being notable exceptions, the X7 has a handsome but conservative design. The only standout element is a massive grille that dominates the front end. It's not a very subtle form of brand identification, but Jörg Wunder, project manager for the X7, told Digital Trends that it's scaled to the size of the car. There is indeed a lot of space on that front end, as evidenced by the number of dead bugs covering it after a couple of hours of driving. Plenty of other vehicles have giant grilles too, Wunder noted, claiming the X7 will look normal in traffic. For an SUV like the X7, interior packaging is more important than exterior design. The boxy exterior yields a spacious interior available in 6- or 7-seater configurations. A 2-seat third row is standard, but buyers have the option for a 3-seat second row bench, or individual captain's chairs. In most 3-row vehicles, the back seats are the last place anyone wants to be. BMW tried to make the experience more pleasurable. The third-row seats are close to the middle of the vehicle, which was meant to give occupants a clearer view to the front. This setup creates a major blind spot for the driver, however. Rear seat occupants also get their own sunroof and climate control panel. We found the rear seats to be reasonably comfortable for a medium-sized adult, but taller people may not find them as enjoyable. Third-row space also seems to have come at the cost of second-row legroom, which we expected more of in such a large vehicle. The X7 aims to be a luxury jet for the road, but that legroom felt economy class tight. BMW did not provide passenger space measurements for the X7, but it did say that the SUV has 48.6 cubic feet of cargo space with the third seats folded, and 90.4 cubic feet with both the second and third rows folded. The Mercedes-Benz GLS has slightly more space, at 49.4 cubic feet, third row down, and 93.8 cubic feet, second and third rows down. With all 3 rows in place, neither German SUV has a particularly capacious cargo hold. The Land Rover Range Rover is only available with 2 rows of seats, and has substantially less cargo space than the BMW and Mercedes. Like the Range Rover, the X7 has a split-opening tailgate that makes loading and unloading easier, as does the standard air suspension, which allows the X7 to kneel like a city bus. Up front, the driver gets a thick-rimmed steering wheel that feels like it belongs in an M5, not a school bus like the X7. Front seats are available with heating, ventilation, and massage, which is par for the course for the segment. The dashboard's horizontal layout is typical BMW, and a refreshing change from rivals that seem obsessed with covering every square inch with touchscreens. BMW strategically placed the X7's 12.3-inch central touchscreen close to the driver's line of sight, and the iDrive controller makes flipping through menus easy. The driver also gets a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster. Now in its 7th generation, the iDrive infotainment system is compatible with Apple CarPlay, but not Android Auto. The X7 features 6 USB ports, 2 for each row, and wireless phone charging and Wi-Fi are both standard. An optional rear seat entertainment system places 2 10.2-inch touchscreens on the backs of the front seats. The X7 also has the gesture control feature introduced on the BMW 7 Series sedan, allowing the driver to, for example, adjust audio volume with the twirl of a finger. It's a feature that's unique in the X7 segment. It was a bit more reliable than when we first encountered it in the 7 Series, but if you are the kind of person who talks with your hands, you may get some inadvertent volume adjustments. The X7 features adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist, which allows the SUV to execute a lane change with the flick of a turn signal stalk. Both features worked well on a long stretch of highway outside San Antonio, Texas. Lane keep assist kept the X7 rock steady, and the adaptive cruise control accelerated and decelerated smoothly. But these features still require the driver to be attentive at all times, so BMW installed a camera in the gauge cluster that reads facial expressions to detect distraction or fatigue. It may seem Orwellian, but it's likely necessary to ensure drivers don't get lulled into a false sense of security by the clever driver aids. Off the highway, the X7 can use backup assist to back itself out of tight driveways or one-way streets for up to 50 yards. BMW invited us to try it out on some closed-off tarmac at an airport. The system was able to maneuver the X7 around a parked airplane, but when we tried to reverse between two parked semi-trucks, a near brush with one of them forced us to abort the operation. We drove the X7 hundreds of miles from San Antonio to El Paso, Texas, over 3 days, and the big SUV was well suited to the job. It was as comfortable and luxurious as a vehicle in this price range should be, but also entertaining enough to keep boredom at bay. Whether it's a 6-cylinder 40i or 8-cylinder 50i, the X7 gets an 8-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive xDrive in BMW speak. Both models are electronically limited to 130 miles per hour. The xDrive 40i model's 3.0-litre twin-turbo inline-six produces 335 horsepower and 330 pound-feet of torque, which will get it from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.8 seconds, according to BMW. That's quicker than a 3.0-litre twin-turbo V6 Mercedes-Benz GLS 450, or a Range Rover equipped with the base 3.0-litre supercharged V6. Upgrade to the X7 xDrive 50i, and you get a 4.4-litre twin-turbo V8 churning out 456 horsepower and 579 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 miles per hour takes 5.2 seconds, according to BMW. Both the 4.7-litre twin-turbocharged V8 Mercedes-Benz GLS 550 and 5.0-litre supercharged V8 version of the Range Rover will match that. Mercedes also offers an AMG GLS 63 performance model, packing 577 horsepower and the ability to do 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds. On the road, the X7 felt as quick as those numbers suggest. Even the inline-six was more than up to the task of moving this massive vehicle through traffic, while the V8 adds a nice growl that will have your neighbors thinking, muscle car, not family hauler. Handling is amazingly precise for such a big vehicle, although the X7 definitely feels more comfortable cruising along a highway than being hustled down a winding road. BMW's famous tagline is, "the ultimate driving machine," but the X7 has a more laid-back attitude. BMW did such a good job quieting wind and tire noise that a passenger in the third row can converse with the driver without shouting. The standard air suspension, which features a clever active roll stabilization feature designed to rein in body roll without ruining the ride, does a good job of soaking up bumps. However, we would have liked to see more differentiation between the comfort and sport settings. BMW offers a 4-year, 50,000-mile new car warranty, as well as 3 years of complimentary scheduled maintenance. The warranty terms are fairly standard for the luxury segment, but some competitors don't match BMW's free maintenance term. The X7 is a new model, so predicting future reliability is difficult. We would start with an xDrive 50i to take advantage of the V8 engine's extra power. This model also includes standard features, like a head-up display, leather upholstery, and 360-degree camera system, that are optional extras on the base xDrive 40i.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Subscribe to Auto TV.